Now to some breaking news involving politics and the coronavirus. We have just learned within the last hour that both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden have canceled their rallies planned for tonight in Ohio over concerns about the virus.
Ohio confirmed its first 3 cases of the virus yesterday. Right now, Michigan does not have any known cases of the virus.
The rallies were planned just as the polls closed tonight in Michigan. Sanders and Joe Biden have been campaigning here in Michigan heavily, trying to drum up support for today's presidential primary. 125 delegates are at stake in our state's primary election.
Polls opened this morning across the state at 7. 13 on your sides. Sarah Makuta is live in Grand Rapids at Trinity Methodist Church on the city's southeast side.
That's right, we are here. This is precinct number 40, and citywide there's been about 23% of voter turnout today. Here right now, voters are starting to trickle in. I'd say this is likely the after-work crowd, but it's certainly starting to pick up. Now, people have about 3 more hours to get out here and vote today. There is a Democratic and Republican ballot with no real challenger on the GOP side. President Trump is the presumed winner, of course. The Democratic race is now down to 2 main candidates, Senator Bernie Sanders and former VP Joe Biden. Michigan is an important state for either candidate to win. Again, we said with 125 pledged delegates at stake. Now, Michigan is the most competitive race of the 6 states that are voting today. Joe Biden winning the major states on Super Tuesday last week means Michigan could be a must-win state for Bernie Sanders. Today, we talked to voters as they walked out of the polling place to get a sense of who they're voting for.
I voted for Bernie Sanders.
I voted for Joe Biden.
I'm going to keep that to myself.
Will you tell us why you voted for Joe Biden?
I've respected him when he was in with the Obama administration as vice president. I think he's got a lot of good ideas. I think he has the ability to reestablish the United States in the world and become a world player again.
I think the views that moved me over to Bernie Sanders was the fact that Biden wants to get rid of a lot of things that affect the middle class and the lower class.
Now, you'll remember that Bernie Sanders surprisingly won here in 2016, even though most polls had him trailing Hillary Clinton by double digits. So can Bernie Sanders repeat that here in 2020? We're likely going to find out in just a few hours. Again, the polls are open until 8 o'clock, so you still have time to cast that ballot. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sarah.